I'm Chungwon for Gotta Be Mobile and Notebooks.com, and in this video we're going to go ahead and take a look at some of the smart features of the Samsung Galaxy S3 smartphones. Many of these features work quite well, but some are a little bit more gimmicky than others. But essentially they will allow you to control and manipulate your Android smartphone without having to touch or tap the screen as frequently as you would need. Some of these features include direct calling, smart stay, and some power saving features. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of these features right now. In order to enable these features, what you would need to do is hit the capacitive touch menu button here on your Android smartphone or your Galaxy S3 smartphone, and then go to the Android settings. Once you're in the settings, the first feature we're going to go ahead and take a look at is the Smart Stay feature, which will keep the screen on without timing out or going black if you're perusing through a document or a web page. Typically the screen will time out after a certain amount of time. You can set it to 15 seconds, 30 seconds, a minute, or 2 minutes. Usually the default's between 30 seconds and a minute. And with Smart Stay, if the device detects that your eyes are focusing on the screen with the front-facing camera here at the top right-hand corner, what it does is that it will allow the screen to stay on and bypass the screen timeout feature. So if you're looking at a web page or reading a really long document without touching the screen, your screen will remain on without timing out. So that's a really nice feature. In my experience, however, Smart Stay didn't really work too well for me. Once it's enabled, essentially if it detects your face with a camera, there should be a little eye icon here at the Android notification bar that notifies you that Smart Stay is enabled. When I'm using the device, the eye icon barely ever appears, and when it does, it disappears really quickly. So apparently it's not recognizing either my face or my eyes looking at the screen. The other features are enabled through the motion menu, and they would use the accelerometer on the device to activate. So some of these include direct dial, which allows you to call your contact from within an application such as the MMS or the SMS application. So if you're texting someone and you want to switch your conversation to talk to them rather than to type out your text messages with them, you can go ahead and just pick up the phone, hold it up to your ears, and then the phone will automatically dial that contact without you having to fumble through the contacts or the phone application itself. There's also Smart Alert, which catches you up on missed calls and messages. Tap to top, tilt to zoom, pan to move icon, pan to browse images, shake to update, turn over to mute device. There's also palm swipe to capture a screenshot and palm touch to mute and pause. Let's go ahead and take a look at the last two items first. Essentially, palm swipe to capture will allow you to swipe from right to left using your palm on the screen, and it will allow you to capture, let's go ahead and exit out of this, to capture a screenshot. So now it shows you that the screenshot has been saved. And then the palm to silent would allow you to just cover your phone as so when you're in the music app. So if someone enters the room and you need to have a conversation with that person, you can automatically just mute your music without having to go through the music application to do so. Let's go ahead and go back into the motion setting and take a look at some of the other features such as tap to top, tilt to zoom, and pan. So let's say you're in your contacts directory and you're scrolling in the middle of the contact list, and essentially if you want to just go back to the very top, all you have to do is tap twice on the top and it will automatically bring you back to the very top of your list. It's a nice feature, but it's not universal, so it only works in certain applications such as your phone book, your email list, and it doesn't work in all applications. So unfortunately it's not quite as useful as it could be. If you're in your gallery application, let's go ahead and open it right now. Essentially, some of these features will allow you if you're zoomed in, it will allow you to just put your finger on here and then pan around, so you don't have to keep on swiping your screen. So if you just put your finger on the screen, and then it uses the accelerometer to go ahead and pan through the images that way. And then there's also a power saving feature on the phone, which is accessible via the top Android navigation notification bar pull down. So once you pull that open, there's a power saving feature. Essentially what that does is that it allows you to save battery by using more black elements in your email list. So once you open your email here, you can see that the frames of this email are in black. Whereas if we turn off power saving and open up the same email, you'll see that the frame or the borders here are in white. Let's go ahead and enable it again just to see the difference. So you do have a little bit of a border around this frame. So essentially, since this is a Super AMOLED or an AMOLED-based display, black areas of the screen do not require any power, so it does save power whenever you have more black elements on your screen. So what the power saving feature does is that it reverses some of the colors in emails and other text-based applications to have a black background with white text on top, and that will definitely help conserve with the screen's power utility. So some of the features like Smart State don't work quite as well, but other features like just wiping your palm across to have a screenshot, turning your phone over to silent a ringtone, or even cupping your hand over your phone to silent the ringtone or to silent the music that's playing. Some of those features are definitely useful and do help users save time and allow them to control their phones using gestures or motion so that they don't have to continuously scroll and flick through different screens and menus. I'm Chung Nguyen for Gotta Be Mobile and Notebooks.com. Thanks for watching this video on some of the smart actions that are enabled on the Samsung Galaxy S3 smartphone. These particular phones that we're looking at, this one is a T-Mobile unit and this is an AT&T unit in white. We're looking at the US-based Samsung Galaxy S3 devices, which are powered by Qualcomm Snapdragon S4 processors. Stay tuned to Gotta Be Mobile for additional video covering other features of the Samsung Galaxy S3 smartphone.